Previously on the Privateer.
Yeah, we're going to go and have a good time.
Adam is now in his final training cycle, and his trainer Todd joins him to check in on how his technique is looking. If you want to see what the top tier athletes put themselves through in the gym, this is the perfect example.
Kind of a combination of a strength and conditioning program. So we're going to do a bit of strength exercises I've already done, adding in some plyometric and combination. Call it like a lot of people would watch this and they might see it a lot like CrossFit workouts. But there's some very sport-specific movements and exercises in it. We'll see a pretty heavy breath and heart rate from them today.
One of the things that definitely is factored into the racing is like, my job is definitely all over the place. You know, I've got like 10 tabs open at a time and we're jumping from one thing to the next, and it's like lots of quick little tasks. Totally. And then there's the office environment as well, is that it all goes into your head, and then you...
That's a bigger part of your life than the training is. The training is this small little thing. You fit into all that, right?
Yeah.
So all that is have a bigger effect on you than your training does. So how does one get away from that and then reprogram yourself to do this? Since we've been here, I've got 13 emails of things that are pressing that have to be done here in the next hour.
Right.
Don't forget, I do have a World Cup mountain bike team. And I've got guys testing and stuff. You know where I'm focused right now on? Only you. You got to concentrate on you. That's the next level for you. I totally see it in you.
Yeah.
You're fitter and technically here.
Yeah.
And I think your level of concentration is here.
Yeah, definitely.
If I lined up the top guys I work with right now, it's the only big step they have over you right now. If you probably watched and you went out and did skill riding with them, you're probably not that far off. Your physical fitness, you keep up with these guys. But your ability to just, when it really counts, to get that mental sharpness and focus, that's a high priority right now.
Practice mindfulness. I did do some headspace stuff, and then I noticed that.
But you did. Are you still doing it?
No. I ran out of the trial. It's like $500. Probably should have done it more.
YouTube?
There's loads, right?
Tons of meditation for what? Free. I know it's difficult, but leave that office behind. Leave everything else when you walk in here. That's what you need to do at your races. That's absolutely. When I got more successful at what I do with my half a brain, was the day I said to myself, stop acting like you're busy.
People do that, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, you do? Oh, I'm busy. It's just
so busy.
That's ego. That's one telling somebody how important they are. We're not that important.
No.
Except for ourselves. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And go. 8 reps. Remember, rotate your torso. Good. Don't rely on your arms. Rely on your torso. Rely on your core. Think about where you're getting your power from. It's your whole body. Don't rely on your arms. 3. And go. Remember, we stop. Do this one with intention. 10. Okay. Back over there. You know what you're doing. Reverse wood shot. Let's call it 2. 3. Bend your knees. 4. Look at the bar the whole time. 5. Don't get sloppy. 6. 7. It's one more. 8. Back on the floor. 10 V-ups. Remember, hands to your feet. Use your core. Don't just use your hip flexor. Use your abdominals. That's 2. 9. You can stop now if you think you're strong enough. 10. Okay, let's go. 2. Remember, big ribs. Remember, lean forward. Keep going. Yep. Spot on. I'm not gonna. Don't let me talk and break your concentration. Let's see your best 12 V-ups right now. Make a point to touch your feet on each one of them. 1. That's your best one you've done this day. 2. Keep going. 12. Okay? Wood shot. 3. 4. You said 10 reps. 10. Good job. Okay, put her down. Even the small details like on the end, not just dropping the weights. Okay, ready? Make this your best 12. 6. 7. There we go. That's it. So I think me spending some time with him to remind him of how he can use that focus and that concentration to really make things go by a bit easier.
With Adam talking about how he struggles to concentrate at the moment, the team at Pinkbike arranged for a little mental coaching. Jody Radka is a local psychologist of Squamish and has experience working with athletes. Adam joins her in Alice Lake Park for a session ahead of the Whistler EWS.
I'm about to get a checkup from the neck up.
My thought was we would actually just go into the woods for a little bit.
That's
and
awesome, yeah.
We can do some walking and we can find a little spot to hang out. I love this entrance into the forest. These areas. It's so pretty. Yeah, sounds like both in training practices at times as well as race day, that keeping it on task can be a bit of a challenge.
Lots of us, well, I know I do, is spend loads of time on social media, which is gives you a very short attention span, or one competitive edge over someone else might be your like razor sharp focus and being able to, at that time on that day, concentrate your attention onto the task in hand. Oh, look at the heron!
It's just like doing the physical practices, right? When we train our bodies to do this movement this certain way, when we get into the actual time of doing it, the hope is that it just is this intuitive thing. Awareness practice is the same thing. When we're then in the zone and need to use that, the practice comes into place.
And it's a practice. It's we're about 10 days away from the EWS. Beneficial as it will be, isn't going to dramatically affect my result, but maybe that's a self-deprecating mentality you've all been witnessing.
Well, athletes are humans. There oftentimes can also be this piece around performance and expectations. And of course, because athletes are really driven individuals, every now and then that gets in the way, right? Like that balance of drive and energy challenges us and gets us to go to the next level. And then what if we don't get where we want to go in the time we want to be there? How do we deal with that?
There are mindful practices that you can do, meditative stuff, like focusing on your breathing, journaling as well, and like compartmentalizing your day.
Managing stress that arises in our body, noticing what that looks like, reframing stress as energy, and then taking that concept of the energy and being like, okay, so if it's energy in my body, how do I harness it? How do I not have it overwhelm me, but really channel it to have it serve the purpose that it's there for?
A lot of my confidence comes from having everything dialed, so like the bike dialed, knowing that my preparation's dialed. And some of these early races we've been to, as much as it's looked like I've had everything dialed for on camera, you know, there's still been some things which aren't that dialed, which have been a challenge. We're in a great spot now. We've done a lot more. I've had a lot more time on the bike. We've made a lot more changes.
If you notice that you're losing focus, right? Like that's the other cool thing about awareness training, is that we begin to see the times that we're not attending.
That's it. Preparation time is over. All of Adam's hard work is now going to be tested on the biggest and toughest stage there is, the Enduro World Series at Crankworx Whistler. It's time to race. Coming up on the next episode of The Privateer.
I thought you were going to tell me Joanne runs the tracks or something. Yeah, on his cycle or bike naked maybe. Majority of people are just going to run into that hole. That'll carry really good speed down that next straight. You need to get your bike through the day and keep it in one piece as well as your body.